Someone ring the fire alarm, our boy Amethio is back, my people. Today, episode 103 of the Pokémon Horizons anime aired in Japan, and we got to see the Rising Volt Tacklers reunite with Xur and Konya. Both gangs paired up with one another, and this is leading on to the next episode, which is confirmed that Amethio will be very much returning. This episode is titled Charcadet's Wish, and it will air on the 1st of August after a 1-week break. I know how I mentioned before that I would rather wait for Amethio to return to comply for a bigger event, but bunny bruv, we needed this. Breaking down the preview, we can see that Liko has joined Xur and Konya, and they head back to Amethio's home. This is where we're probably going to get a backstory about Amethio and his childhood, similar to how Amethio's loyal pair first visited his home back in episode 83. From what we can see, it looks like Liko, Charcadet and Mewtwo are all going to learn more about Amethio's past, and maybe how he met his own Charcadet as well. This is going to be the perfect catalyst and plot point for Liko's Charcadet, as it's definitely going to be inspired and want to get stronger. Looking at Amethio, we can see that his hair has grown and he now has a ponytail. He looks very worn out and possibly depressed after everything that's happened in Rakua. The location that Amethio is in appears to heavily resemble the beach that him and his mother used to visit back when he was younger, so you can clearly tell that this is going to be a very impactful and deep episode. It looks like our boy has just been here on the beach after all this time, reminiscing of the good times that he spent with his mother, and he's clearly tried to find peace with himself. But things start to get real as Liko reunites with him and the pair have a battle, Charcadet versus Ceruledge. I wonder how this encounter between the two will be, especially seeing as they haven't met each other for 1 year and there's a lot to catch up on. It could be that Liko tries to motivate Amethio again to get him back in a strong fighting spirit and to live on his grandfather's legacy, which will then later on challenge him to a battle. I wonder if she's going to try and ask him to join forces with the Rising Volt Tacklers to help stop Spinel and the Rakurian Calamity. I'm really looking forward to this battle because I can't wait to see the connection that Liko and Charcadet will have, especially after countering someone like Amethio with his Ceruledge. Last week I spoke about how I feel that Amethio could be the perfect character to help Liko and Charcadet evolve, alongside further develop both characters. I don't think there's going to be an evolution straight away in this episode. I wonder if maybe Liko will beat Amethio too to give him a reality check that will then later on motivate him to become stronger and find his way again. But you never know what can happen. I'm just very happy to see my brother. Episode 104 is going to be a big one for many reasons. Not only will we see Amethio return, but we're also potentially going to see him maybe join Liko and the Rising Volt Tacklers. It could be that maybe he'll just be with Xur and Konya again, and we could also see Zygarde return too, to coincide with everything going on in the plot. I just want to know what my man's been doing and what's happened to him. Maybe we'll get a small insight to that as well, but regardless of that, I'm just so glad we get to see him return. Another big question going around now is if Amethio caught another Pokemon during the 1-year time skip. Whilst we know that Liko and Roy have caught other Pokemon, with existing Pokemon from the Rising Volt Tacklers also developing, I wonder if Amethio ended up catching another Pokemon to develop his character during the 1-year time skip. In one way I don't think he did, because we can clearly see that he's going to have a lot of focus with him potentially siding with Zygarde and taking ownership of his grandfather's Pokemon. You can check out this theory if you want to learn more. But at the same time, I do want to hope that maybe he caught another Pokemon that will slowly help him build a connection with. It could be maybe he's just solely focusing on Ceruledge at the current time, especially to relate to the Charcadet plot. But then again, Pokemon Horizons is always full of surprises, as we've seen Roy catch a Shiny Lucario that we are still yet to find out more about. The last one left now is Friede. The Pokemon anime is on another 1-week break, so be sure not to wake up too early next Friday thinking that you're going to watch this episode. This episode is going to be airing on the 1st of August, and we'll catch up then. Take care, y'all.